You guys, two things, actually, maybe three things. But first thing is, I don't know if you're following Tony Cash NYC on Instagram, but if you're not, take this as your sign. You need to go check this dude out. He's not a dude, he's a child. But I freaking love him, and I just love funny boys. Do not interpret that in any other way, except for I just like to laugh. Okay. Number two, if you're not like, I'm about to put you on, so you can just send me a DM right now and say thank you. But if you're not trying toast, like a big, thick piece of sourdough toast with cottage cheese, good culture only, and then topping that with some honey and a sprinkle of sea salt, holy shit, it is so good. So you can try that. That's like it's like a really good pre-workout, if you will. So go ahead and try that. And then the third thing that I was going to say, what was I going to say? Oh, this might just like be a show in itself, not for today, but like Love Island right now, season 7 is just disappointing. Like there's only a few shows left, and I don't know, season 6 like changed my life. Season 7, I don't know what's happening. I don't know what the problem is, but it's not doing it. It's very disappointing. And that's all that I wanted to say. And we can talk about that another time, because today's episode is, I want to tell you guys this story about the one thing that I've been told my whole life, like the one thing that I've been critiqued on my entire life, I'm actually turning into my superpower. And so I want to tell you this story, but I also want to challenge you to maybe see what that is in your life. Like, what is the one thing that people always say about you and you've hated it? Like, you've been like, oh, like, why do I keep doing that? Or like, yeah, there's some truth to it and you don't like it. Like, it does not feel good, but there might be an area of opportunity or like a door that could open where you could actually turn it into the one thing that sets you apart, turn it into your superpower, and literally take over the world. So, my entire life, literally my entire life, I've been told that I'm too direct, that I'm a little bit too, what's the word, like pointed in the way that I talk, that I'm borderline mean, and that I can like be a little bitchy, and that I'm too blunt, like my entire life. There is some truth to that. So let me just say that right now. Like, I'm not mad at anyone for ever saying that to me. Like, I know for a fact that if I do let myself get pissed off, which it takes a lot for me to get mad, but if I do get there, if I get to the point where like you've sent me over the edge, I can definitely be mean. Like, I definitely have that in me. But also at the same time, I will say, like, I'm also the kindest person that I know. Truly. Like, I am very nice, and I am very, very, very nice until I'm very, very not nice. You know what I mean? And most of the time this happens, like the easiest time that it happens is if I feel like my loved ones are being attacked. Like, I turn into like this vicious psycho lion. I don't know why I said lion, but you get the picture. But outside of that, even in my like journey of being a medical device sales rep, even when I was a teacher, like even back to when I was playing college basketball, and even before that, like every single like mentor and coach that I had at one point or another told me to chill out, because I'm coming across, like the way that I speak and the way that I talk, the way that I deliver information and have dialogue, they've told me like it's too much. And for a while, I really took that in and I believed that, instead of trying to let it sit with me and turn it into power. I actually would internalize that critique or that criticism as being too much. Like, I always was like, okay, like I'm too much. Like, I need to be subdued. And it's like, when you hang out with people and you probably like talk too much, or like you got a little bit too passionate about a certain topic, and you leave that little mingle and you're like, oh my God, like I overdid it again. Like, that was what I always thought. But at the same time, there's this huge piece of me where I would be like, F it. Like, I don't care. I don't care that I overdid it. Like, that's just me. Like, if they don't like it, then too bad. And that's usually like the overpowering part of me. But at the same time, like, I can't deny that there was this underlying voice that was like, geez, Chandler, you're too much. Like, why do you have to be like that? And at that point, when I started like letting that bubble up, I started focusing really hard on trying to like not rock the boat in every conversation, like trying to change the way that my voice sounded, trying to change the words that were coming out of my mouth. And again, there's duality here because a part of this was necessary. Like I sometimes sound so pointed because I'm really intense. Like I can get very intense and I can be very passionate. And the way that I sound isn't necessarily what I'm feeling. So there was a part of this where it was like, okay, I needed that constructive criticism to shift a little bit and to like see myself and have this emotional intelligence that is always growing, but like I needed it a little bit. But the other side of me was like, dude, like I don't want to question everything that I say out loud. I don't want to have to ask, like, does this sound too opinionated, or am I being too harsh, or is my voice too pointed? And do I need to like pull back a little bit? Do I maybe need to not speak at all? And like when I tell you, bosses, managers, coaches, mentors, like people that I truly have respected have always told me to tone it down. And they've told me to be more approachable. Like that is the most important thing, is to be approachable, to like soften up a bit. And they told me that I make people uncomfortable because of the way that I speak or the way that I show energy, and that I potentially might intimidate people, which makes me not approachable. And I listened to that. I truly did. And so I would hold back because it's like one of those things, like if we go back to the conversation of being a good coach, being a good leader, it's like, yes, point out where you see that I'm doing it wrong, but show me or coach me on a way where it could also improve, without just saying like, chill out, Chandler. Like without just saying like, you sound pointed. Like give me the exact examples where I can shift and where I can transform. And I will. Like I take that in, like no problem. But I started playing small instead of fine-tuning my gift of being blunt. Like there's so many people out there that actually like pay people to teach them how to be more bold. Like they pay people to teach them how to speak their mind. And I took that power of mine and I threw it in the garbage completely because of what other people were telling me that I was positioning myself as. And recently, I would say like within the last year or two, this has hit me really hard because mostly I've been putting myself, like in the beginning of 2024 was when I really started putting myself in rooms with other entrepreneurs and other powerful women. And I truly realized like some of these women were looking at me and asking if they could hire me, even though their results completely surpassed mine. They wanted the one thing about me that this entire time I've been being told to suppress. My actual greatest strength is the one thing that I've always been told is too much. But when you're in this world of like entrepreneurship, honestly, it's like very important to internalize some of this and coach yourself and like study on ways where you can improve. But at the same time, recognizing like I get to make the rules. I'm not like, my business isn't overrun by an employer. Like I don't have to have the corporate stuffiness and follow the HR rules. And while I'm like forever growing and learning how to improve and like be a better human, a better woman, I'm also taking this opportunity to completely flip the script and rewrite everything that I've been redirected on. And I've made the bold decision to become as bold as possible. Not for the sake of being loud, and definitely not for the sake of being seen, but for the sake of like igniting my conviction. I'm so convicted. I don't know how it happened. Like it's just a part of me. Like I could literally sell you on a piece of Tupperware, truly. Like when I believe in something, I believe it with everything that I have, like truly. And so when I do talk about it, it like comes out very intense. But here's what I'm learning. People love buying from me because I say what I really mean. People love buying from people who say what they really mean. People love leaders that don't filter themselves too much. And people feel empowered when I stopped dimming my own voice. Like when I stopped trying to follow a framework or like show up in a certain way, or I don't know, filter what I was saying and like make sure it wasn't too pointed. people felt empowered because I was empowering myself. I was empowering myself. And I've learned that through this entire process. Now, this isn't me saying like, go be super polarizing. Like that's actually not what I believe. And that's actually not what I've been coached on. It's not, I don't feel like I'm a very polarizing human. Like I'm very kind. If you ever meet me in person, like I'm very nice. I go out of my way. Like I have really good manners. My mom did great with that. She grew up in the South. So it's like niceness, kindness, like kill them with kindness was always the message from my parents. It was always rise above. It was always like whatever they're saying that is hurting you is a projection. And so I've never felt like fighting back. Like I don't hurt people, and I'm not a hurt person. So it's not, when I'm saying this to you right now about like being direct and being bold, it was never from a place of like, I have mean girl energy, because I don't. It was from a place of like, you just sound like too much, truly. But guess what? Being too much is exactly what makes me powerful. So what I'm going to do with that is I'm going to unleash my conviction. I'm going to set it free. Like it's not caged anymore. And it hasn't been for this entire year of 2025. And I've been using it to turn it into a mother freaking movement. I will get riled up at times, and I won't hide that. And then what I'm going to do next is I'm going to rile you up with no guardrails, with no rules, with all the permission. I literally sometimes send my clients voice notes, and sometimes I know for a fact that what I send might be slightly triggering, might be a little bit too transparent, too truthful, so I give them permission to argue back with me. Like, tell me that you don't like that. Tell me that I'm wrong. And let's have a healthy conversation around that so that we can get to the source, so that we can actually move forward, so that this isn't just like another fluffy interaction. In my world, you're going to let yourself be as bold as you want, not because you're putting on and not because you're trying to be anything but you. Maybe the bold version of you is actually the complete opposite of what I'm talking about. Maybe your whole life you've been told, like, speak up more, take a stand. And maybe that's your superpower, is that you're actually very neutral. Like you actually probably maybe don't give a shit about certain things. And we can turn that into your superpower. But in my world, you're no longer going to make yourself feel small in hopes that you will be well received. Fuck that. I'm truly thankful for the mentors, the managers, the coaches, the bosses that told me to tone it down, because without them, I would never know what to unleash at this stage of the game. I wouldn't know. They kept pointing this out to me on purpose. And the thing is like, I'm not really here. I'm not really doing what I'm doing to be approachable. I'm not here to like try to be digestible. I'm here to be undeniable. I want to be liked. Like I can't deny that. I'm a human. I want to be liked, but I'm not just trying to be liked. I want to be unstoppable so that I can go to bed at night feeling fierce. That's a feeling that is fulfilling to me. And that's going to require me to do me, to show up as me, so that I don't blend in and so that I don't just keep the peace, so that I can be activated myself and then activate other people. And I'm truly here to rile up our conviction and turn it into a whole mission, a whole movement. And that is what I'm here to do. And ever since I've like realized this, I've discovered this about who I am, about what has happened on the journey to being 33 right now in 2025 in the middle of the year. Like being able to truly see that for what it is and see, oh, this is like actually like not something that I should feel down about. Like this isn't like something that happened to me. This happened for me, truly. And to be able to see that, it just feels freaking good. So if you listen to this and you're thinking to yourself, like, what is that one thing that I always get criticized for? My challenge for you is to like flip that on its head and ask yourself, where can I actually double down and use this as my superpower? Where can I refine it? Where can I allow it to help me break free? And where can I take up more space with this actual thing that people told me I was too much for? I love you. I love you so much.